Okay, let's try this again. Can y'all hear me? Hello, Tracy. Hello, Regina. Hello, Paris. Please tell me y'all can hear me. Oh, thank God. Okay. Listen, I was trying to be professional and schedule a live. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Tiffany Ashley Brown. I was trying to be professional and schedule a live, do all of the things, and that shit said, yes, it is, Regina. Thank you for noticing. Now, am I going to cut it again? Who knows? Probably not. I'm really trying to let it grow. I'm trying to let my length come back. Hello, Kelly Moskowitz. Ariadne M. Kelly is my best friend, y'all. But you telling me don't cut my hair and you cutting your hair every other day. The nerve. The nerve, ma'am. The nerve. Hello, Journey. I'm wonderful. How are you, lovely? The nerve of you. Every other day you cutting in your head and telling me I can't. Girl, get the. If you don't, girl, don't pay her no mind, y'all. She done changed her hair color 3 times over the last month and a half. So pay her no mind. Good. I'm glad you're just chilling. I hope everyone has been doing well. I haven't. It's been a month since I've been live. I didn't realize it had been that long. And look at me trying to get fancy and schedule something and say, okay, I'm gonna do like you know everybody else do. I'm gonna be professional. I'm gonna be a real content creator. Thank you. It says, hey Heather, is they say fat, fun, and freaky. I have some that say fat girl freestyle. They smaller than this, and I have some that say Miss Kimmy can. Somebody in Angola made these for me. It's another story though. Another story for another time, not tonight. But thank you, Tiffany Ashley Brown. But yes, and they're very light. They are very, very light. So I love big earrings, especially when they are easy to wear, when they're not, weighing my ears down. So yeah. But I'm gonna get this whole scheduling live situation figured out, y'all. I think I have to get StreamYard back in order to make it work properly. Me too. I love a good hoop too, Tiffany. Me too, baby. A hoop is classic, child. Classic. It goes with any kind of attire. You can never go wrong with a good hoop. So yeah, I think I'm going to start a chronicles from my love life stories on my Facebook. Talk about certain things, and I'm like, damn, that's some interesting shit. Oh yeah, I always save them, Paris. You'll be able to go back and look at it. Yes, yes, my baby. You will be able to go back and look at it. I always save them on my page. I don't ever delete them. There's a whole playlist. Well, not a playlist, but there's a whole list of lies. Yeah, Helen Masters, you child. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. Yeah. You've been witness to some of the shit, so you know. you know. You know. I just feel like, you know, I don't know. I enjoy sharing my experiences, yes. I know you are, best friend. I know you are. I enjoy sharing my experiences in life. I feel like even if one person can learn from mistakes that I made, then my duty is done, child. My duty is done. I'm in my office space. Excuse me. I have all my paintings behind me, which my best friend Ariadne, aka Helen Moskowitz, she is an artist. So if I could get my Aquarius child, Jeremy, over here to help me, my art wall is going to be the wall behind me. So we know how Aquariuses are. They are very difficult. So we'll see how that goes. So yeah. How is everyone doing? How has everyone been? What's been going on? Does anyone have any good news to share before we get started? I love to hear good news. And with the condition of the world, we all need to hear some good news. So I don't care how small you think it is. I don't care how unimportant you think it is. If it made you feel good, share it with us. So we are listening or watching rather. So go ahead and put it in the chat. Good news, good news, good news. Anybody? Good news. Okay, I'm gonna go first. I have been slowly but surely breaking my sweets addiction. Okay, wait, Regina. Good news. I got free floor seat tickets to the NBA. All right, to the WNBA game. Go ahead. Tiffany Ashley Brown. I always say her whole name. I finally submitted my application to sit for my state board for council. There you go, Tiffany. And you passed. You have passed. You have passed. We claiming it. Tracy, I just got back from a 10-day vacation. My son took me to Italy. Oh, Tracy, that's so beautiful. All right. That is so wonderful. I hope you had a great time. Okay, wait, let's see. Blended Healing. I launched my new website. Type it in the chat, Blended Healing, so I can pin your comment, my baby, so we can all pay a visit. Congratulations. I'm headed to New Orleans next month with a friend for a Halloween trip. Heather, email me. Let me know when you're here. I would love to make some recommendations. Florence and Naples, it was wonderful. What you say, Miss Keller? I'm almost finished my painting. Thank you, God. I can't wait to take a picture of it and share it with y'all. I can't do it beforehand because it's not done. But once she gets it finished, I will be posting it in the community tab for everyone to witness and for everyone to see. So hopefully she'll be selling prints soon, and I can get on live with her and we talk about that. But I don't want to jump the gun. Yes, Heather, I would love to make some recommendations, and maybe while you're here, we can meet for coffee. I gave up alcohol pretty much for the most part. I gave up alcohol, y'all. That's another thing. I gave up alcohol. I've given up. I've given up a lot of sweets. Haven't had any fast food. You only had one cigarette today? I need y'all to clap for Miss Keller. Put a bunch of clapping hands in the chat, y'all, please, for Miss Keller. Because let me tell y'all something. Every day we talk, which I'm gonna call you when I get off of this live. So please still be up. Listen, this is my best friend, y'all, Ariadne M. Keller. also known as Helen Moskowitz. Let me tell y'all something. She is a joy and a pleasure to be around, and I mean that with all my heart. But every single day we talk, she say, I got to give up these damn cigarettes every day. So for her to say she only had one cigarette today, I'm telling y'all, that's something to be proud of. I am proud of you, Helen. I am proud of you. And we are both on this health journey together. She's, giving up the cigarettes, drinking less coffee, hopefully. I'm giving up a lot of things, a lot of habits that I've developed throughout the years. So thank y'all for being happy for my best friend. You've been doing some fasting, Regina? Yes, me too. In fact, I should have started my fasting clock at 7:30. I've been cooking every day, y'all, or just about every day. So I've been eating at home. Man, let me tell y'all. But it feels good. It feels really good. And something that I have learned is a lot of times there's a lot of trauma. All right, Dee Dee. Congratulations. That is beautiful. Congratulations. Yes. Cheers to health and achieving goals. Yes. Feeling better, Regina. Exactly, exactly, exactly. You have to feel better. I find that a lot of habits that we develop throughout the years, a lot of it is tied to trauma. And I have had to do a lot of exploring. It's not true for everybody, but for me, I find that my eating habits developed out of trauma. Those comforts that I had attached to food developed from trauma. So I had to do a lot of exploring as far as that goes to get out of that comfort zone and wanting to seek out food rather than face my emotions and my feelings. So cheers to everybody. I got my coconut water. Cheers to everybody who is on a journey, whether it's health, whether it's spiritual, whether it's financial, regardless of what journey you're on. I wish you well because it is no small undertaking to get on a path to changing your life. So I am proud of each and every one of you. Very, very proud of y'all. Very, very proud of y'all. Okay. Round of applause for everybody. Oh, a vibration plate. Okay, Journey. I've been hearing about those. I just go outside barefoot. That helps me a lot. But I have heard about the vibration plate. So that's wonderful. I've also been doing a lot of stretching too because I learned that we hold a lot of trauma and emotion in our midsection. So yeah, I'm so proud of y'all. Oh my goodness, y'all are so awesome. I had to take some time, to get myself together. Yes, going outside is a must. Absolutely. So yeah. Oh, you're gonna get a vibration plate too, Tiffany? Okay. Well, we're gonna have to check in. Y'all gonna have to let us know how y'all feeling with those vibration plates. Mhm. Okay. So I guess on to tonight's subject matter. I feel like I'm talking really loud, but it's because this room is relatively empty. Hey, Miss Pretty Legs, how are you? How are you? The circulation or something has worked some sort of trauma I had in my body. Okay, that's good, Journey. That's good that you're releasing that. Miss Pretty Legs, beautiful lady, how you doing? So glad you could make it. I feel like I'm yelling, y'all. I apologize if I'm yelling, but this room is really not a whole lot of stuff in it, so I just think it's kind of echoing. I don't know what's going on. Oh, you so sweet. I'm feeling much better. Thank you so much. How about you? How have you been? Do you have any good news you want to share with us, Miss Pretty Leg? Any good news, or just I don't know, any happy greetings in general? Yes, all the doors in the house are blue, and it is very nice. And blue is also my dad's favorite color, so it's very fitting, very fitting. So thank you. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Who saw the title of the live? Did y'all catch the title of the live? And I got fancy and did a thumbnail for it, y'all. I got fancy and did a thumbnail for the live. Check me out. Trying to be professional. Blended Healing, I'm waiting for you to put your website so I can pin it. Blended Healing just put her website up, y'all. I didn't see it. Can you type it again? I missed it. I am so sorry. Hold on, wait. Uh, I don't see it, Blended Healing. I don't see it. Can you type it again for me, please? I'm so sorry. So, tonight's discussion, I've been thinking. So I deleted my TikTok, by the way. If any of y'all have TikTok, y'all been looking for me. I deleted my TikTok because it was just too much. Um, but I watched the scary story compilations on YouTube, and the other day there was a theme throughout a lot of the videos. Quite a few of the people sharing their stories. Um, Hi, Petite Dom. Yeah, you're talking about your comment. I see your comment. Um, Hello, Catholic Biker Queen. How are you? I see you, Indira. Test, test. There you are. A lot of the running theme throughout the people sharing their stories was, I hope you're doing well, Catholic Biker Queen. Yes, yes. That is wonderful. I'm glad you are blessed. Excuse me. A lot of people talked about they did not talk about their supernatural or paranormal experiences rather because their mom was religious or their grandmother was religious and they would have told them that they were crazy or that it was demonic or it didn't really happen, et cetera, et cetera. So it got me to thinking when it comes to paranormal experiences and faith, and people have these experiences. Yeah, I don't see it either. Tiffany, try posting it again, please. Blended Healing. I apologize. I don't know why it's not coming up, and I don't have the chat moderated or anything, so I don't know. Um, but it left me wondering how. Yeah, I can see you. I can see your comment. It leaves me wondering when people have these paranormal experiences and faith. Hey, Sissy Jamie, how are you? I'm glad you found me. Thank you for joining us. It's not coming up. I don't know why. I don't know why it's not coming up. And it's not moderated or anything. I don't understand. Hold on. The comments are on. The moderation is not. I don't understand. Hold on. Let me see. Okay. Let's see. Hold on. So that's comments and posts. No moderation on my live chat. Okay, let's try this. Okay. Okay, go ahead and then try it again because I just completely turned off moderation. So you got to send me a picture, Jamie. You have to send me a picture. I turned off moderation, so hopefully it'll go through. Hi, Miss Shawn Alexander. How you doing? She's gonna come back and do it, and I'm gonna see if I could. No, I don't know why it's not. This is insane. Okay, let me type it. Let me type it. Chimaka. What does that mean? Blended healing. That's a very. I've never seen that word before. That name is very interesting. What's the specific meaning? There we go. All right, I pinned it. The spirit knows, the spirit sees. I love that. Oh my goodness, I love that. That is beautiful. You see that, Helen? That's what it means. The spirit knows, the spirit sees. I love that. Oh my goodness. I also am eventually going to get away from the plastic water bottles. I want to get myself a couple of you find Ariadne, Miss Keller. I'm also working my way away from plastic water bottles. I'm eventually going to find myself a um, filter, a couple of filtered pictures, filter pictures. Um, so, because it's incredibly wasteful, and I want to change that habit too. So, slowly but surely, I'm working on things, y'all. Little by little, by little by little. Trying not to take over the chat, saying what, Iris? What's up, Chayo? I'm so glad you're here. Yes, Jamie is my cousin, y'all, slash little sister. She's getting married next year on Tristan's birthday on April 25th. And guess who the minister is? Me, me. Yes, child. Thank you. It's not completely set up. I have all my artwork and stuff behind me. I'm waiting for my Aquarius child to come and make up his mind. He's come and put my pictures up for me. If you've ever dealt with an Aquarius or even raised an Aquarius, you know how very difficult they can be, especially the male Aquarius. So, yeah, if I could, I would do it myself. However, I have problems with my shoulder, don't have a whole lot of strength in my hands. So, new beginnings, new chapters, child. That is correct. That is correct. Mind your business, Jamie. Mind your business. Oh, I forgot. Jamie is an Aquarius too. I forgot. No, Jamie, you not you an Aquarius, Jamie? Yeah, you are, cause you early. Yeah, terrible, terrible, awful, awful, awful. Some of the most difficult people in the zodiac, but we love y'all anyway. There's an oil you can make for your nerves. Oh, to help with my hands and my shoulder. I usually just do like compression or sound healing, but I will definitely look into that. It's just carpal tunnel issues with carpal tunnel for many many years, and then I have osteoarthritis um, in my shoulder. Yes, Jamie, I am. Plus, I'm dealing with perimenopause, so my estrogen levels have tanked. And but anyway, about the paranormal. Thank you, Journey, for getting me back on track. But what I was saying was watching these people talk about their paranormal experiences and say things like, I had to keep it to myself because my parents were religious. My mom was religious. My grandmother was religious. So I couldn't tell them about these experiences because they would have automatically said, oh, it's demonic, it's the devil, they would have dismissed it, et cetera, et cetera. I began to wonder about other people in their religion and how they view paranormal experiences. And to me personally, and this is just me. However you refer to God, whatever your spiritual belief is, to me, everything in this universe is connected. Paranormal, supernatural, is to me, is everything is connected. We believe that Jesus died on a cross and rose 3 days later, but it's impossible to believe that a space can be haunted. It just doesn't make any sense to me. So I wanted to have this conversation to see how do you relegate these things that happen when you have, because I know a lot of us share paranormal experiences with each other in the comments and stuff, but I need to know, how do you deal with that along the and again along the aspects of being a religious person or whatever religious belief that you have. How do you deal with your paranormal experiences? And is it, and I did a poll. I have to go and check the poll to see what the responses were. But again, some people believe everything is interconnected. So one thing is no different from the other. But to say a paranormal experience is strictly demonic, to me, is incorrect. Are there demonic experiences? Absolutely. Absolutely. We've all heard about them. Some of us have had them. But there are spirits who wander our realm and we have encounters with them. So I guess I'm asking, for those of you who are religious, who are more religious than spiritual, if you're here, how do you deal with your paranormal experiences? I don't believe it's all interconnected. I believe there's rules and regulations. There are rules and regulations, child, yes. I believe a lot of people that are a part of religion are blocked to the truth and higher learning to what we really are, which is spirit. I can definitely agree with that, Journey. Control. You can control the spirits you connect with because you have dominion. Okay, that is an interesting take, blended healing. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. And again, religion, and y'all know I've said it before. I am not a religious person. I don't I don't demonize anybody who is religious. I don't think it's necessarily wrong or right because your belief is your belief, and it's not my place to tell you what's wrong and what's right. But again, going back to so much of what we are taught in religion, Jesus turning water to wine, Jesus rising after 3 days, even down to him putting his hands on people and being able to heal them, which is not a paranormal experience, but more of a supernatural experience. How could one say this or that is not possible if these are the things that we are taught to believe? To me, it's all along the same lines. Okay, let me read some of the comments. Chayo, I believe in God and was raised Catholic, Caribbean, Dominican, but a lot of paranormal experiences happened to me since a child. Okay, Chayo, so how do you deal with that? As being raised a Catholic, I was raised Catholic too, but I haven't practiced in many, 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 many years. But how does that go for you? And how does your family, like, do you share that with your family? Do you openly share these experiences with your family? And what is their reaction? Ariane, I agree with blended healing. Well, what the hell? Religion is a base knowledge to help and guidance. However, being spiritual is not a dogma. It's church without walls and no middleman and allows you to expand your knowledge. Absolutely blended healing. Absolutely. That is where I'm at with it. No middleman. I'm not religious, but I do hold Jesus dear to my heart because that name makes darkness flee, and I've witnessed it in my own life. I just feel he was definitely a spiritual. Now, Journey, that is an interesting take. I have never heard anybody say that before. That is very interesting. Can y'all see me? I'm not religious, but I do hold Jesus dear to my heart because that name makes darkness flee, and I've witnessed it in my own life. I just feel he was definitely a spiritual. That I like that, Journey. Jesus was a spiritualist. I like that. Okay, good. I'm just making sure because it says the chat was disconnected. Chayo, my family has experienced the same thing. It's intertwined in the sense of the Catholicism is practiced and so deeply rooted, but the folklore and spirituality is also practiced. Thank you, Regina. Thank you, Catholic Biker Queen. Okay, so folklore, spirituality, religion, all of these things. Okay, good. Thank you, Journey. Dominican spirituality and Catholicism. I'm not familiar with Dominican spirituality, Chayo. Is that, like, what is that similar to? What is that similar to? Jesus is an ascended master alongside all other religious beings on that level. Kuan Yin, Muhammad, etc. When you study other religions like Christianity. Okay. And see, this is why I enjoy having these types of conversations because the more you open up, the more you see that our beliefs really are not that much different. Okay, Tracy, enjoy your grandson. I'll talk to you later, my love. Thank you so much for being here. Catholic Biker Queen says, I'm Catholic and I believe in spirits. Yes, blended healing realms. I believe he was too definitely a guy. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I love having these kinds of conversations because it opens people's minds. It opens. I only use holy books as girl, I can't say that word, but I know what you're talking about. I never could say it, but I know what you're talking about. I had a parent comment. Had a parent at my job comment about my evil eye bracelet at my job yesterday. She said that it actually attracts more negative than good. And see, stuff like that is simply misunderstanding. But that brings me to the next step, which is don't let it piss you off, Karen. You know, everybody has their own belief system, and it comes from a place of ignorance. And when I say ignorance, I mean of not understanding. So don't let it upset you. Please don't. It was almost time for you to go, child. I time that Catholicism is a form of spirituality that became a religion, and there are supernatural elements embedded in all throughout Catholicism. So for me, they actually go together. Okay. Yes, blended healing. I say the Book of Psalms. Listen, I talk about the Book of Psalms all the time, and in fact, I'm gonna show y'all something. I have this book, Power of the Psalms. I've had it for years. Every once in a while, I pick it up and read it. I have always believed that the Psalms were essentially spells. You know, sometimes those who are giving you evil eye are the ones who have a problem wearing it because they can't touch you. Yes, Journey. That is, yes. The spirituality and roots of God, not the religion and concept about it. Yes, child. But to finish my thought, I apologize. But to say that, these paranormal experiences, to tell a person paranormal experiences aren't real, and again, I'm going to go back to Catholicism because I'm not too sure about other religions. But what about exorcism? We all know the Catholic Church has participated in exorcism. So do they not think that that is paranormal? Like, do they think it's something else? I'm currently learning how to alchemize my pain into my dreams. Okay. The spirituality and roots of God, not the religion and concept about it. Okay. Yes, they go together. I agree, child. A Moonly Hexter. Okay, we're gonna have to talk about that. You're gonna have to email me. You're gonna have to email me, Moonly. I need to know. I need to know about this, my love. I need to hear more about this. I really do. Maybe I can have you on as a guest on a live one evening. Just drop my email, fatgirlfreestyle@gmail.com. Easy to remember. Very, very easy to remember. So again, in cases, and I'm talking about Catholicism here, I don't know about other religions having, you know, how they deal with exorcism, but even a student becomes a teacher, Moonly. Even a student becomes a teacher. So thank you. I appreciate it. Um, what about exorcisms? Like what is that classified as? I'm sincerely curious about all of this. I'm trying within my own life to put certain things together because I know about my own experiences. A lot of people came to know me from my experience with the vampire, which to me is not necessarily a paranormal thing, but more of a supernatural thing, which I feel like, a lot of us, if not most of us, can be supernatural beings. Some of us are existing in our supernatural state, but it just really, and again, throughout my life, I've had these strange experiences. And I say they're strange Let's normalize this stuff. It's okay. I got a new internet and it's driving me crazy. I really wish it would stop doing it. So when you ask me how I dealt with it all growing up, I just believe they all go together and intertwined. But there's rules and regulations. There's different passages to God and the devil. I definitely believe. My sister Ashley and I were having a conversation earlier about, um, good and evil, God and the devil, et cetera, et cetera. And we were discussing can clean up a lot of our problems. Exactly, Journey. But we were discussing what if all of this is just, what if it's all an extension of God? Good, evil, everything in between. What if it is all an extension of God? Thank you, Blended Healing. You take care, my love. Have a good night and thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you and I will see you next time. Be careful. Have a safe night. Anytime. That's what we are here for. And congratulations again on the website. Which is HIU, is intertwined, but the spirits in regards to like other religions are not the same when it comes to Catholicism and Christianity. Those spirits are different, but they know each other. Absolutely. Gratitude, abundance, and peace. Or as I like to say, righteous peace and abundant blessings to you. Thank you again for joining us. I appreciate your presence. Those spirits are different, but they know each other. And then you have, I see what you're saying, Child, but in different religions and different spiritual beliefs, you have all of these different beings and entities. They go by different names. They look differently according to the religion and the people who practice it. But they're the same. Under the surface, it's just they want them to, I guess, look different to coincide with the people who practice, maybe. I don't know if I'm explaining that properly or not. That's why I said there's different paths to God and the devil, and there's a gray area that pops up. I mean, I guess however you find God, certain spirits don't mix. I can understand that. But I guess however you find your path to God is how you find your path. And that's just what it is. It's all about intention for me. Is it for harm or for good? So they're all the same, but not really. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, I agree, Journey. Intention is important. Intention is important. Are you here to help me or are you here to harm me? Always keep that in mind. I guess I just want people to stop pointing the finger at other people when their belief systems aren't in alignment and just realize that we're all on a path to a higher existence, a higher frequency. So, and for me, when you are, and I don't know if it's some of us are beacons or if because of something happening that we begin to have these experiences in life. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Some of us are born with certain gifts. Some of us develop them down the line. Some people, seek them out. But regardless of how it goes, it's all along the same journey. Those first have the same origin matter. That's when it gets murky because if everyone has different perceptions when it comes to God, not everyone is going to arrive at the same place. And I get that. I get that. And I think the very, very, very basic perception of God is the same for everybody who believes, but the way it is packaged is different, if that makes any sense. The way it is packaged is different for everyone because people are simply not accepting of certain things. And again, that's okay. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. Let me say this. Can we agree that God is love? I think we can all agree that God is love. However, there are people who say God is love, but they put that but on the end. God is love, but God does not love this. God does not love that. To me, it doesn't make any sense because there is no but. You are talking about God. You are talking about God. God is love. That's it. That's it. But I think we have this very human perception because we have our own prejudices. We have a very human perception of things. Hi, Lyra. How are you? I missed you too, my baby. That's when the supernatural part comes into play because there's a lot of humans and spirits in this world on top of humans believing in more spirits. Right. And I know it gets complicated. And I don't want to but I don't want to oversimplify it at the same time. And I'm also a big believer in what does it feel like to you? Absolutely, Chai, and that's what we were talking about earlier. Excuse me. God has a dark side. If we are made in his image, if we are made in God's image, we all have a good side, we all have a bad side. To me, that's just common sense. But again, I don't want to oversimplify it, but I don't want to complicate it either because you know, this whole paranormal thing, I'm going to tell you why I believe the paranormal is so intriguing for a lot of people. Because we want to believe that there is more to life than just this. I feel like we want to believe that there's something that goes on beyond this existence. Do we go to heaven? Do we go to hell? Do we go to purgatory? Like, are we lingering in between? Like, these are questions that I try not to get caught up in the whole heaven, hell, purgatory kind of stuff. I do my best to just basically say what's after this. But I think, thank you for being here, Heather. Make sure you make sure you email me, Heather, so I can make some recommendations for your visit here, my love. You have a wonderful night and be safe. Facts and the fact that humans have that tendency and longing shows how God is real. Exactly, child. Exactly. The heart gets judged and depends on that, in my opinion. I mean, listen, I absolutely believe our intentions. You know, God sees our heart. He knows our intentions. I also feel like that's why so many masks are coming off. I believe that's why we're really starting to see people for who they truly are because we're just in that it's in that time to where we are all being awakened because we need to see whether it's paranormal, supernatural, other world, whatever it is. We are at a time where we need to elevate our minds and we truly need to see and we need to get out of this stuck mentality of it's this or it is this. and this person is wrong and this person is right. It's not that it's not that simple. It's not that easy because once again, we have these experiences, supernatural, paranormal, however it goes. We have these experiences. It's not in our imagination. It's not because of a mental health issue. It happens straight up. It happens. And we have to stop telling people, and I'm a big advocate of stop telling people, you need to go to church, you need to pray, you need to go to God, you need to do this. Baby, again, I believe it is all part of, it is all under the same umbrella that God has created. Hi, Anwar, how are you? You ready to see what's behind this world, child? Not too soon, child, not too soon. I've always been curious about what's after that. I mean, me too. Hey, Cheryl Love, how are you, my baby? Me too, Paris, but I don't need to know too soon. When is my time? I believe Yahshua existed, but I think Christians capitalized off of him by creating wild stories. It's very possible, Lyra. Sometimes it is that simple for me because a lot of people in this world are fake and not what they seem. Exactly, exactly. I agree with that, child. I agree with that, and that's why I say the veils. I miss y'all too, Cheryl. That's why I said the veils are coming down. The masks are falling off. It's pimping in the in more ways than one, Cheryl. In more ways than one. But it's hard to maintain that facade when you're not being a sincere person. When humans try to relate to me and question me about God or any spooky shit, it offends me because they need to stay in a human place because they don't see, know, or feel what I do. I think everybody. Do you think they do it? Do you think they do it, Chayo, as a way to make it seem like they are better than you? You think that's why they do it because they try and make it seem like they're better than you? Prayers are definitely spell. Yes, I believe in that too. Prayers are spells too. Yes, absolutely. It's a combination. Okay, that's what bothers me when people say certain things and make it seem like oh, I'm better than you. I've been here. I've been doing this. I've been having these experiences. It's like with spirituality. Um, I don't believe in telling people how to practice. I don't believe in that because you have to do what aligns with your spirit. You have to do what feels, what you're led to do. There are very few things that I would say, oh, I wouldn't do this, like showing your altar space. I don't believe in showing your altar space because again, that's something between you and your spirit, you and your ancestors. So showing an altar, I don't believe in doing that. Um, certain spiritual practices most definitely should not be shown. But otherwise, let people make the connection the way they want to make the connection. Or the ones that are just learning and want to tell you what the child said again. The ones who are just learning and want to tell you what to do. Yes, yes, yeah. We're all here on a mission, and I do believe this lifetime is clearing karma and spiritual warfare. I agree, Journey. We all come into the world with assignments. They'll question me to gather information like a spiritual agent so they can get back to the drawing board and try to get closer to God. Now, see that, yes, Tiffany, some things should be kept sacred. Now, that child. That right there, a spiritual agent, baby. I agree, child. I agree. Because you have to figure it out on your own. Don't come asking me all kinds of questions about what I do because what's for me is for me, and what's for you is for you. And just like I had to figure it out, you got to figure it out too. Yes, absolutely. Look what's been done to the ancestors. Yes, journey. Yes. Like here in New Orleans, we have a sacred practice called the second line. We have groups that were formed that were called um, social aid clubs. And these practices were for the indigenous, Afro indigenous people to honor their dead, honor their ancestors. The social aid clubs were to help people in the community when we could not go anywhere else. These things are for us, but the people in the city have opened these things up to outsiders, to others. I do not agree with that because this is why I say if you are going to practice something, you have to know about it. You have to delve into it. You have to know where it comes from. You have to know the roots of it. You can't just go around doing stuff. That's like people who they want to cast all of these spells, they want to do all this root work. They go to mixing and matching shit and they don't know what the hell is going on. They conjuring all kinds of shit and have all kinds of chaos and all these other things going on. You have to be properly prepared and properly educated. You have to be in a certain place in order to do, thank you, Cheryl. You have to be in a certain place in order to do certain things. Yes, you can tell who's a true believer and who's trying to figure it out. And something else, child, people who are trying to fit in to impress other people. Thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate you. People who are trying to impress other people. Some people have a natural ability. Yes, they do, Anwar. So I guess we all just have to have the proper discernment to know who is a spiritual agent, and who is actually a person connected to spirit. Spirituality in all of its forms has a history and an origin behind it, a root, and is connected to God through His people, and it has to be respected. Absolutely, child. Absolutely, absolutely. And we've seen this surge in spiritual practices, and you know, people with all of this root work and spiritual baths, and oh, let me show you how to do this, let me show you how to do that, let me show you how to do this, let me show you. And people have exalted themselves as an authority with these things. And they are fucking all kinds of people up. They are fucking all kinds of people up. You can tell the rookies from the best, yeah. The agents from the ones trying to get to the connect for the clout, their energy vampires. Yes. Tiffany Ashley Brown, thank you so much for joining me, my baby. You have a wonderful night and a pleasant rest. I love you, and I will see you again very soon. Yes, and know who is a handler and monitoring spirit in your life when you have gifts. Yes, you have to know who is who. Absolutely. Absolutely. This has been, thank you, my baby. I will, because as soon as I get off of here, trust me, I'm going to put my bonnet on, slide into some pajamas, and get under the cover, baby, and turn on that TV and fall asleep to I don't know what. I don't know if I want to watch something messy tonight some messy tea, or what I want to watch. Bob's Burgers. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. I gotta call my best friend first though. I gotta gossip with her before I call it a night. But I want to thank each and every one of y'all for being here with me. Y'all are so wonderful. Y'all are a wonderful community, and I really appreciate y'all. I just said I gotta call my best friend. If you're connected to God, some people will show trying to exploit your energies. You got your bonnet on already. You got your bonnet on already, Helen. Babe, I'm going to flip mine on right across the hall. Yes, child. That's why you have to be protected. Yours is on too, Cheryl. Always a pleasure, Journey. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Cheryl. Send a pic when we get off of here. I have to get a satin line bonnet, a couple of satin line bonnet because this spot right here in the middle of my head, which I moisturized today, but this spot right in the middle, the hair gets very dry, um, and I think it breaks. I will get a satin pillowcase too, Paris. Thank you. Oh, Catholic Biker Queen, thank you. You are a wonderful woman as well, and I'm so glad you are here and a part of this community. You still wear a satin scar, yeah. I want to protect my hair as much as possible, especially that I'm getting older and perimenopause, because I don't know how it's going to affect, which it hasn't. Thank God, my hair still grows pretty quickly, and it's still pretty healthy, thankfully. Which I don't manipulate it a whole lot either. I try not to manipulate my hair a whole bunch. Um, but I want to take care of what I have. But I noticed that the other day, feeling, I'm like, damn, this part of my hair is dry. Which, like I said, I oiled it. Um, in fact, I got the thing y'all see hanging on the door. I love you, Catholic Biker Queen. Thank you so much. I listen. I appreciate you. There are not enough words to express how much I appreciate y'all. But the thing hanging on the door I had left, it's been by my mom's house for God knows how long. But anyway, I had some Jamaican castor oil in there. And I mixed some of that with some other oil that I put in my hair, and it's made it very soft. It has made it very, very soft. So I'm going to add that to my regimen. But anyway, that's enough about my hair. That's enough about my hair. I want to thank y'all again for being here with me tonight. I sincerely appreciate the fact that we can all come together, even though we may have different belief systems, even though we may practice different things. I am very grateful that we can all come together. Yes, Paris, I love it. I'm gonna have to use it more often. Hey, Aim, how are you? What you say, Anwar? Why do you think there's an increase of people talking spirituality these days? I think there's an increase because people are searching. People are realizing that they have been severely led astray and misled throughout the years. All is well, Aim. I hope the same for you, my baby. People, I have some coming up, Cheryl. Just sit tight. People are searching for those things that truly connect with them because the stuff that they grew up with, the things that they've heard, the things that they learned as children, they're no longer connected to. Things have changed. I'm trying, Aim. Thank you. I'm trying. Uh, I think that's why people are seeking out things more on the spiritual end these days. We talk about religion, and again, I don't tell anybody what to believe, how to believe, or anything because it's not my place. But Yes, Catholic biker queen. Absolutely. Um, I sincerely believe that, religion was used to control people, and there's a whole lot of evidence that proves that. But being that I'm a black woman, when it comes down to it, they use religion to control the slaves. So I could never truly connect to that because you're using God basically to keep my ancestors docile and in agreement with your abuse and your mistreatment of them. But how can you say you are of God? How can you thump a Bible and hold a whip in your other hand and tell me that I'm less than human? That you have this Bible, God has given you some sort of power or dominion over me. So I could never truly connect with religion simply because of how it was used against my ancestors. And when I was 14, I told my mama, I said, something about this is not right. It does not sit well with me, and I'm not going to church anymore. She called me a heathen for a long time. But, my mama's old school, so it's to be expected. And I just kind of went on my own journey. And I encourage people, go on your own journey. You can take bits and pieces, you can listen to different things, but what do you connect with? What do you connect with? What are you being led to? What feels good in your spirit? What are your ancestors guiding you to? Don't come to me and ask me what works for me because this is me. This is me. But you have to give space to others to find their way. It's not up to us to tell them whether it's right or whether it's wrong. Certain things, I will say, certain things people do need some guidance on. But for the most part, what are you being led to? Yes, and God is speaking to us and letting us know who we are as individuals, which doesn't always align with religion. Yes, journey does not always align with religion, and we have to be okay with that. We have to be okay with that. We all have a different calling. Exactly, Catholic Biker Queen. We all have a different calling, and we have to figure out what that is. We have to find that path. We have to find it. So, but again, it is the human being's desire to control, to be in charge, you know. Hi, K Travels, how are you? So ouch, we have to keep these things in mind. Yes, Cheryl, keep your vibrations high. Keep your vibrations high. But you are going to know if you pay attention, if you are connected, if you don't ignore your intuition, if you follow that intuition, your spirit, your soul is going to tell you. Your soul is going to tell you every single time. It's going to let you know this person is good, this person is not. Let me stay away from this person. And it doesn't have to be in a disrespectful way, don't have to be rude, don't have to be mean, none of that. But you'll know who to keep your distance from. You'll know who to keep your distance from. But you have to trust yourself. I think a lot of this journey too is trusting yourself. And not enough of us trust ourselves because we've been told our entire lives we can't trust ourselves. We don't know what we're talking about. You are crazy. You are insane. You this, you that. Which brings me right back to the beginning of the conversation, haunted or holy. This whole paranormal, spiritual, supernatural, religious, all of this stuff. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. It's a delicate balance, but you have to find it. You have to find it for yourself. And stop trying to tell people what's right or what's wrong. Because just because you can hold five nickels in your hand doesn't mean it's wrong for the next person to hold three dimes in theirs. Just saying. Control and manipulation. Yeah. That's what it's all about. Only my opinion, but I do believe a lot of us reincarnated with our past life enemies in this life is about justice if we choose to see and do the work to call out energy back to who wronged us. I do agree in some aspects, Journey. I do agree with that. Absolutely. Absolutely. I believe in this life, I am clearing karmic debt. I think that's my journey in this life, in this existence, is to clear karmic debt from my ancestors, my parents in this world. So I'm working to do that to make sure that my children don't have to face any of my debt. So, because what you don't heal, your children are going to have to deal with. So keep that in mind. What you don't heal for yourself, your children are going to have to face. So please remember that. All right, y'all. It's 9:17 in the cycle journey. That is right. It is 9:17, y'all. I'm going to do my best to make sure that I have these lives scheduled and that when this I have to get my streaming service. Apparently I have to get my streaming service back in order to properly stream a scheduled live. So I'm gonna work on that. I do have some new videos coming y'all way. I will still be with the spooky content. Um, Once I get some wheels, I will be taking y'all on some journeys like I wanted to do before. So, Fat Girl Freestyle channel is going to be a little bit of everything. I'm not sticking with any kind of particular content because I'm a person, I'm a little bit of everything. And my life is a little bit of everything. So I want to share all of that with you all. I want y'all to see as many, different aspects of my life as possible. And I greatly appreciate y'all making space for me and listening to me and watching my videos and sharing your videos with your friends and your family and just being here and creating a safe space in a community. I am grateful for that. I truly am. And I pray it continues. I pray we continue to grow. I pray we continue to find comfort within each other. I pray that we are able to continue to share, even if our views are a little different. I pray that we are able to continue to share and remain a safe space for each other to express ourselves and share our experiences because we all need that. We all need that. So I am grateful for y'all. If y'all have any questions, if y'all want to share anything, fatgirlfreestyle@gmail.com. I promise I'm getting better at hey Teresa, how are you? It's okay, my baby. I have missed you too. I have missed you too. Thank you so much for popping on. I really appreciate you. I promise y'all I'm gonna get better with the emails, but again it's a one woman show. Um but I want y'all to always remain true to yourself and give yourself grace. Know what you are and are not capable of. Thank you, Catholic Biker Queen, for making this a safe community. Thank you for always being here and uplifting and lending your positive energy and your presence. I greatly appreciate you. Thank you so much. This is not just for me, this is for all of us. This is for all of us because this is the kind of stuff that we need. Community. We need community. So thank y'all for helping me create that. Thank you for cultivating it. Thank you for making it a safe space for so many of us. Because, baby, let me tell you something. I love my tribe. And I've never laid my eyes on any of y'all faces, but I love my tribe. Believe me, I do. This live will be posted, especially in times such as these, Teresa. You can say that again, especially in these times. Um, but this live will be posted. It's gonna process and post probably sometime tomorrow evening, if not on Monday. I don't know. Who knows? We will see. I will be back during the week with another live. I'm gonna schedule it and hopefully it will notify y'all. But I'm getting better at doing things. I'm more professional now. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be anyway. Content creator. Yeah. But anyway, I am going to go slip into my bonnet. I love you too, Catholic Biker Queen, from the bottom of my heart and soul. I love you too, my baby. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go slip into my bonnet. I'm gonna go call my best friend and hope she got some good gossip for me before I call it a night. And I will see you all very, very, very soon. I love you. Y'all have a good night. Enjoy your Sunday. Make it a beautiful, beautiful day. Y'all stay safe. Good night.